Hi, I'm Frank Trigg. This is MMA News League. I wanted to cover the main card this weekend for UFC fight coming up. Obviously with St-Pierre and Koscheck is the main event. Danzig versus Joe Stevenson. Danzig shows brilliance, flashes of brilliance. So I kind of like Danzig in this fight. I think Joe Stevenson is a little bit too fire pluggish for Danzig in his style, the way that he rotates. But also it's going to come in who comes in better shape. We all know that Stevenson tends to come in drinking a little bit too much, and as a result, tends to take away a little bit of his cardio. We'll see what happens in this fight, but I'm thinking Danzig in a decision. Miller, Oliveira. I like Miller. I've always liked Miller. I think Jim Miller has always been a really, really impressive fighter. Unfortunately, I think he's been on the wrong end of some of the fights, not as of late, but in his past. But I like Miller in this fight. With this main card, the way now the fights are going to UFC, you're not going to see very many big knockouts unless somebody gets caught and not a really big submission. Everyone's getting really good at this. But I think that Miller can really grind this one out. I think he can put Oliveira and kind of make it unfortunately it's going to be kind of a slower decision because you have to slow the pace down a little bit. But I think that Miller wins this one. McCorkle and Struve, they're going at each other, I guess, on the internet. Not that I actually read it, but I don't know why. I just have this thing for Struve. I just kind of like him a little better than McCorkle. No real reason technically wise, no real reason. I just like his attitude, I like the way he approaches fights. And like I said, when things are a little bit closer, sometimes I think the attitude can make a big difference. The guys are evenly matched up technique-wise. The guy with a little bit better attitude tends to win a little bit more often. So I'm going to take Struve in that one. Of course, St-Pierre, Koscheck. Unfortunately, I've lost to both guys. So I understand how it works. I think Koscheck, if he decides to make his pace and really force Koscheck force St-Pierre into a real big wrestling match, make it a real old-fashioned wrestling match with strikes, I think he can beat St-Pierre. I don't think St-Pierre can handle a guy like Koscheck when he's grinding on him for 5 rounds. St-Pierre tends to get away with a lot of, I'm more athletic, I'm better than you, and I'm always in better shape than the guys I'm fighting, so as a result, I kind of maintain that kind of pace. But we've seen with Koscheck, he can make you make mistakes if you're not willing to make. And of course, he hits hard enough to knock guys out that I can attest to. St-Pierre, of course, has good submission skills that I can attest to as well. But I really think that Koscheck can make that statement, come out there and prove that he's the better guy. Now let's remember, it is St-Pierre, and it's at St-Pierre's home. So you have to give the age of Georges St-Pierre. I mean, obviously he is one of the pound-for-pound best fighters right now in the world. You have to give him his props are due. And so if I was going to lay money on the line, I'm going to lay my money on Koscheck because I don't like laying money on a guy that's only going to win me a little bit of money. I'm winning money on a guy that's going to win me a lot of money. That's what Koscheck would do for me. But if I had to just picking it, people ask me who's going to win or whatever, I'll pick GSP because he is the champ and he is GSP. I'm Frank Trigg. This is MMA News League.